everyone, welcome back to my channel. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and also hit the notification bell. In my last video, I touched on the 5 stages of grief, which is also known as the Kubler-Ross system. The first stage that I talked about in my last video was shock and denial. In this video, I wanted to talk about guilt, anger, and pain. After the initial shock and denial goes away, then it leads to guilt and anger. You could feel angry towards that person, towards yourself, towards the doctors, towards whoever you feel like blame should be put on. And that becomes an emotional pain that you are now dealing with. Guilt can also be that, you feel guilty that you couldn't be there as much as you could for that person, or you felt guilty that you didn't have the disease or the cancer or the, the trauma, the trouble that they were going through. And you feel bad because, you wanted to help them, but you really couldn't. There was nothing you could do. I know that I felt this way after the doctors, told us that our sister only had weeks to live. I felt like I wanted to blame the doctors, for not doing what all they could to save my sister. Being that we're twins, I felt like we could have done like a liver transplant thing, or at least half my liver. I would have given up, at the drop of a dime to save her. I asked questions about that. I asked questions, why couldn't they do this? Why couldn't they do that? But bottom line is they did all that they could. It just wasn't, what was working for her. Radiation wouldn't have worked because the levels in her liver were too high and wouldn't have done anything. The chemo that she was getting stopped working. The pills, the last pill that she was going to take, she couldn't keep down. It was a lot. It was a lot to deal with. And I just feel like I shouldn't blame the doctors because they have done all that they could do. I did feel angry. Not gonna lie, I did feel angry. But I know that I never once felt angry towards God, because it was God's will, whatever he would have done for her, whether she would still be here and getting better, getting healthy, or whether it was to call her home, take her, take her to heaven. I kept telling myself I can't be angry at God. I can't. Like we can't do anything about it. It's his will. It's not going to change. So I feel that I am no longer angry, but more emotional at times because, she's not here and all we have is memories and pictures, videos, which I'm glad that we have because, we can always kind of like go back and look at, the funny videos or seeing her with the kids and her husband and, her in-laws and things like that. So I'm so grateful for those memories. Emotional pain comes after you realize that you are no longer in shock and denial. You realize that the person is physically no longer here. The person has died, and you're in the emotional phase now. You can be having emotional pain to the point where you're dreaming about this person every day. You're looking for signs from them, you know, hoping that they'll tell you that they're okay on the other side. Just feeling sadness because they're physically no longer here. And I'm grateful that we've had the memories, the pictures, the videos, you know, that we can go back and look at, or stories that we can tell and, you know, keep her memory going, keep her memory alive. And my mom and I have become Fight Colorectal Cancer ambassadors. So we're going to keep her legacy going and continue on this journey for her on behalf of her. So tune into my next video where I'll be talking about bargaining. And don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and hit the bell notification. You can also follow me on Instagram at loveunfinished34. Thank you.